Podcast.
Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Bobby's Podcast. You know what? It's a brand new work day. It's Monday. Sunday's hangover. I don't know if you ate too many Reese's eggs, maybe too many hard-boiled Easter eggs, and hopefully the Easter Bunny was kind to your basket. But we'll get through this week, I promise. I also just remembered that I didn't turn on my star. So there he goes. Next to Bobbert the Buck. Bobbert the Buck. All right, so I got a story about Gene Hackman. I don't know why they keep releasing details about this one, but this one's actually very, very sweet. May they rest in peace. Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy, both passed away. Gene Hackman, they found in his house, used to leave notes for his wife, Betsy, like one where he thanked her for helping him prepare her birthday dinner. Isn't that sweet? This is an interesting mix-up of celebrities. Rob Lowe was mistaken for John Stamos by a Hollywood tour bus driver. Isn't it their job to know the stars? Anyway, luckily the tourist knew who he was, but Rob still jokingly told the driver he's got to get better at his job. I love a celebrity with a sense of humor. I don't know how immature you are, but a good fart joke to me is just good old-fashioned fun. And Dave Coulier, who is Uncle Joey from Full House, says he became fast friends with Charles Barkley by making fart noises at a golf tournament. He says, quote, "Farts are universal in any language, and a fart will make somebody laugh." And here's the thing. It is true. I mean, where do you think the whoopee cushion got its iconic legend from? Abracadabra, abba-una-na. Sometimes you just burst into that song because it's so good. Tim Allen is hard at work on Toy Story 5. Can you believe they're doing the fifth one of that? Man, those movies have spanned, 2 decades now? It will focus a lot on Jessie the cowgirl and that Buzz and Woody will reunite. The sequel hits theaters June 19th, 2026. Ugh, I'll be 45 years old. Gross. This is absolutely uncanny because just on Friday, I watched Clueless with my girls. I was like, you guys like Mean Girls, but the OG, my version of Mean Girls was Clueless. And guess what? A Clueless sequel TV series is in the works with Alicia Silverstone returning as Cher Horowitz. No word on if anyone else from the original cast is returning or what the series will be about. But I mean, Alicia Silverstone as Cher. Hello, Earth to Cher, coming in, Cher. Miss Stoger, this machine is just a lawsuit waiting to happen. I honestly feel like I could do a whole podcast based on Clueless, just the quotable lines. And one of the things that really stuck out to me was when she was taking Ty under her wing after she gave her a makeover. And she goes, "We need to work on our bodies." And they were doing buns of steel. And she goes, "We should also read." She goes, "This week's book for me is Fit or Fat." And Ty, played by the iconic Brittany Murphy, may she rest in peace, she goes, "My book this week is Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus." Sorry, there's one more. When Lucy the maid was cleaning the kitchen and Cher was like, "Hey, have you talked to the gardeners about doing something?" And she goes, "Well, you're a gardener. I know why you don't tell him." She goes, "Lucy, I don't speak Mexican." And then Lucy throws down her stuff and she goes, "I'm not a Mexican." And Cher's like, "Great, what was that about?" And Josh comes in and he goes, "Lucy's from El Salvador. That's a totally different country." And then Cher's like, "Great, so everything's my problem." Thank you for walking down Clueless Lane with me because that movie is truly iconic. I think when it came out when I was in high school, I watched it every day with my friends during summer vacation. Drake is hard at work on suing Universal Music for promoting Kendrick Lamar's hit diss track, "They Not Like Us, Blink, Block, Boom." Now he says that they should pay up for the Super Bowl halftime show, which he says was orchestrated to assassinate his character. So Drake is really taking this seriously. Wow, come to find out, Wendy's is back trailing their horrible comments that they made about Katy Perry after she came back from space, and they said some sassy intern at Wendy's who thinks they've got some power said, "Can we send her back?" And Wendy's has ended its beef with Katy Perry, saying, quote, "We will always bring a little space to our socials, but Wendy's has tons of respect for Katy Perry and her out-of-this-world talent." And you know what happened? They watched Bobby's podcast and they know that thousands of people are boycotting their horrible burgers because of what they said. You know what you did, Wendy's. You know what you did. Dolly Parton, an icon, a living legend, I think American national treasure, has a new book coming out November 11th. It's called Star of the Show, My Life on Stage, featuring stories and photos from her iconic career. There will also be an audiobook read by Dolly herself. A round of applause for Dolly Parton, still doing things. Also, some movies that came out this weekend, if you still want to catch them, did some really good stuff at the box office. Michael B. Jordan plays two twin brothers in a movie called Sinners, and I sounded real Southern when I said that because it takes place in Mississippi, and these twin brothers have come back from Chicago to come back to their Southern roots and try to give back to their community. And the way it's set, it's just an amazing film, not only historically, but also if you like vampires and gore and just edge of your seat action, this movie has everything. Sound like Stefan from SNL. And there's another romantic comedy called The Wedding Banquet. I didn't hear about it, but Sinners, go see it. And that was your episode of Bobby's Popcast. I hope you found it thrilling and fun because I did. I love doing it and I like talking about it, and I really like talking about Clueless. Fun fact, I'm going to have my friend Bree on the Popcast very soon when she is able to free some time up in her schedule. She's a business owner. Shout out to CS Custom Blinds. But we have come up with the list of movies that we feel are quotable. Her and I speak in movie quotes, and I don't know if you've got any friendships like that, but they are some of the best friendships because when you say a line, when nobody else gets it, you just kind of zone in. And it's like ESPN. It's like ESP where you could anyway, you get what I'm talking about. So watch out for that episode. It's going to be really, really fun. And if you've got some quotable movies, feel free to drop them in the comments so maybe we can talk about them. But that is Bobby's Popcast. Go to bobbyadon.com for all my socials at Bobby's Popcast if you want to look manually. But bobbyadon.com is officially live. And I appreciate you watching. Have a wonderful Monday. Bobby's Popcast.